Hi guys, and welcome to this introduction on harmonization, which means which chords go with the music and why these chords work. Now, if you really get a grasp of things like degrees and modes and a lot of numeral stuff, then you can kind of transcend the level of just regular chord playing, really get a grasp of these harmonic structures and use reharmonization for things like songwriting, but also in your playing when you're improvising and taking the liberty of choosing other chords than are actually written. And then you have to know which chords work and why they work. Well, that is what we'll get into. Disconnect chords from their actual alphabetical letter, like a C chord and an A chord or whatever, to a number which correlates to the tonic and which is then the same in every key. This will give you a huge jump in understanding music and how chords and harmonies work. Basically, you could say that a degree is simply an interval, right? It's simply a number within the scale. So if we're saying we're in the key of C, the C is the 1, the D is the 2, the E is the 3, right? You should know that, and you probably know that in C, but please make sure that you know that in every key. This will come in handy in many situations, especially now again, because a degree is simply referring to that note. So that's the first thing that it can be, okay? A degree is the note in the scale. So if I say the 3rd degree in C, then it's basically just the 3rd note in C, or in other words, the E. So degrees are basically referring to the number in the scale. So let's exemplify on a C scale where the C is the 1, D is the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A degree can mean two things. The note that it refers to, a degree is always a number. So let's say we want to play the 4th degree in C, then it's an F. It can also refer to the chord built on that number using notes from the scale. The second thing that a degree can mean is the chord that is built from notes of the key, built from that interval, that degree note. So the 3rd degree in C would be an E minor chord. It's always a very good exercise to try and visualize it when you're not actually at the piano. So try to do that right now. An E is the 3rd note in C. As you know, we're only using white notes in C, so this is easy, right? Why would we want to build an E minor chord? Well, because an E minor is built from an E, G, and a B, right? So an E major would have a G sharp. That's a black key that's not in C. Okay, so degrees are built from the number that they refer to and then using notes from the scale of the key. So the 3rd degree in C is an E minor chord. So that's the second meaning. So if I want to build an F chord now, the 4th degree of C, should I play an F major or an F minor chord to fit in the scale? You'll probably quickly find and see that an F minor does not fit in C, as these are the notes that we can use in C, only white notes, and this black note that we need for an F minor chord is not in C, obviously, right? The 4th degree is therefore a major chord, and note, a 4th degree in a major key is always major, because this system and each key is built from the same amount of steps. It's constructed in the same way. This means that the degree functions are also the same in every major key. So a 4 is always major. The 6th degree, for instance, is an A minor chord. It's the 6th note from C, and then you build a chord and a scale, we'll get to that later, using notes from the C scale, basically. So you run from A to A, right, and build the chord from that, again using notes from the key. C in this sense. So an A, a C, and an E means an A minor chord. So to sum it up, a degree can mean a note within the key, the 5th degree in C is a G. It can also mean the chord that is built from that note, and even the scale that occurs from that note when you keep using notes from the key of the song.